Hey everyone, here's our second article about the chytrid fungus and different frog species that it is impacting. This article is titled A Bolivian Frog Species Returns from the Dead. Scientists feared a deadly fungus had driven the species extinct in the wild. Here's the caption for the photo. It says, "For a decade, scientists feared this species was extinct. Then they discovered 5 water frogs in Bolivia, including this female named Juliet. Researchers plan to introduce her to Romeo, a frog in captivity. Until now, Romeo was the last known survivor of his species." This article was published in 2019, so about 3 years after our previous article. Scientists feared this frog was extinct. No one had seen the Chytrid water frog in the wild since 2008. Just one lonely survivor, nicknamed Romeo, remained in captivity. A fungal disease has been wiping out frog populations worldwide, and scientists suspected it had killed off this one too. But after 10 years searching Bolivian mountain forests for the long lost amphibians, scientists have finally turned up a tiny group of 5. "It's just incredible," says herpetologist Robin Moore. A herpetologist studies reptiles and amphibians. Moore is the communications director at the Global Wildlife Conservation in Austin, Texas. He was among the scientists who announced the rediscovery of this species on January 15th. Chytrid water frogs live only in the Bolivian mountain cloud forest, where the climate is moist and cool, and that's where researchers found the 5. Unfortunately, this frog's native habitat also provides the ideal conditions for the growth of a fungal infection with an ungainly name, chytridiomycosis. Most of the scientists just refer to it, and the fungus that causes it, as chytrid. The disease has killed off Chytrid frogs, and it was believed to have eliminated them all. With only 5, why these 5 newfound animals survived remains a mystery. It could be that this small population has immunity, Moore says. A genetic difference might make them resistant to the fungus. Or there might be something special about their environment, such as an unusually warm patch of cloud forest. It could also just be luck. Many species of frogs that disappeared for years, decades in some cases, have been seen again later, says Karen Lips. She's an ecologist at the University of Maryland in College Park. For example, Ecuador's marsupial horned frog was missing for more than 10 years. In December 2018, researchers announced they had rediscovered it. This picture says Chytrid water frogs live in cool mountain streams where chytrid fungus easily grows. That makes scientists wonder how a lucky few survived. Reappearances can happen for several reasons, Lips says. There might be changes in the frogs, the fungus, or the environment. The simplest explanation is that once most of the frogs are gone, the fungus declines, she said. With fewer hosts to infect, the disease can die off too. Any surviving frogs can then slowly rebound until, years later, one hops in front of scientists. The 5 newfound Chytrid frogs raise the hope that even more are still hiding in the wild. They also offer researchers a chance to help the species recover. Scientists have taken the 5 back to the lab, and there the frogs will breed and make more frogs that can later be returned to the forest. There's currently no good way to get rid of the deadly chytrid fungus in the wild, so scientists are eager to study the frogs that have survived exposure to the disease, Moore says. They could offer clues about how the animals pulled through. Whenever a frog that a scientist thought chytrid had killed off later reappears, it's just an opportunity to understand a little more about how this disease works, Moore said. And he adds, it's an opportunity to bring the frogs back.